And why this happens is because we do not have peace in the region. Now, it is in Egypt's best interest, and that of Europe and France and everyone around us, is for Egypt to have peaceful neighbors, to have constructive neighbors. If you look at our geographic location, if we compare it to the European Union, where France is, where they have a great economic and open free markets with all their neighbors. We do not have the same luxury here in Egypt, because we know that Sudan has problems, we know that Libya has problems, we know that Syria has problems, we know that Palestine and Israel have problems, we know Jordan has problems. So it is a very volatile region, and it is in our best interest for us to promote peace. President Abdel Fattah Sisi, when he was in New York speaking at the United Nations Security Council, what he talked about was a straightforward, open and honest, from the heart, addressed to the Israeli people and the Palestinian people. Only 2 weeks later, we saw that this resulted, with all the efforts that we made as the Egyptian government and the Egyptian institutions that are involved in this, that we were able to reconcile between Fatah and Hamas. And this is the first step for what we need to do beyond that. And that is for us to take the Arab Peace Initiative and for us to be able to convince the Israelis that this is the way forward, this two-state solution, and for us to be able to have what we call a regional, comprehensive economic package that gives incentives to each country, that quantifies what peace means, not just in terms of life, but in terms of posterity and prosperity as well. The Middle East is definitely one of the best emerging markets around the world, and that would be in the best benefit if there was, and there is, hopefully, peace within the region. You can understand the amount of trade that will be done, the amount of investment opportunities that are there in countries such as Libya and Tunis and in Morocco. Additionally to that, if you are going to look at the European Union collectively, and one of the problems they suffer from our side of the world, or our side of the Mediterranean, if you want to put it that way, is the illegal migration of youth. Now, we're not talking about specifically the refugees. That is one problem, but there is a major problem in our youth that are illegally migrating to Europe, that are having a definitely a negative impact on the European whole culture and demographics itself. So it is in their best interest that economic growth and stability, job creation for the youth, because our region demographically, if you look at it, we've got almost 50% of our population under the age of 30. Having that type of stability means that there are new jobs, there's new investments, there's potential of growth within a region that has so much wealth of resources and money throughout the whole region, that it is in their best interest that there is peace within this region. It is in the best interest of Europe, for the future of Europe as well. So that is definitely on an economic front. Political stability will make sense to them and will have great economic repercussions, or positive economic repercussions, on Europe. So it is in their best interest, not just France, but the rest of Europe as well.